Hi everyone, it's Alejandro here at Santa Barbara Botanic Garden. It's a beautiful overcast day here at the garden, which means that fall planting season is right around the corner. In today's video, I'm excited to show you about caring for native plants and how to get them established so that they can thrive in your Central Coast garden. Before you even start to put native plants in the ground, it's really important that you take inventory of your site conditions. Having a good understanding of your area's sun exposure, the soil texture and drainage, and other unique microclimates in your garden will help you select the right plant for the right place. Alrighty, so you're ready to plant your plant in the ground? Here's what you gotta do. So what we recommend here, you wanna dig a hole that's twice as wide as the container of the plant and just as deep. And pro tip, when you're placing the plant in the hole, you wanna make sure that the crown or the area of the plant where the stem becomes roots sits slightly above the soil line. That'll help prevent any kind of pooling of water that can occur at the base and prevent crown rot or root rot of the plant. So in general, we recommend adding as much of the native soil that you excavated from the hole plant in the ground. Pack it gently but firmly to avoid any air pockets that could potentially stunt the growth of the plant, and you're good to go. All right, so you ready to water those plants? Here's a couple things you should know. So native plants actually prefer deep and infrequent irrigation, especially when they first have been planted. How deep? What does deep irrigation mean? You wanna make sure that every time you water the plant, that water is actually saturating the root ball of the plant, so everything that you planted in the ground. How infrequent? You wanna make sure that in the case if you have like a 1 gallon plant, you're letting that 1 gallon size plant dry down to a depth of maybe 2 to 3 inches before you go in and water the plant again. So in general, for new native plants that are planted around this time of year, we recommend once a week, keeping an eye on the plant and monitoring for moisture. All right, so now that you've irrigated your plants, now it's time to dress them. How do you dress them? Here at the garden, we recommend using an organic mulch such as wood chips. Mulch provides the native plant garden so many benefits, from reducing evaporation rates, keeping our soils much more moist, reducing the need for watering. They also reduce the growth of weeds. They help give the garden a finished look. And pro tip, mulch also helps mimic the natural environment. So when we add mulch or when we leave the leaves, we're encouraging that cycling of nutrients that's essential in any native plant garden. So you've planted your plant, you've watered your plant, you've mulched your plant. What is next? So I always like to say that a good gardener really learns to understand the rhythms of the season, and a good gardener is not afraid to get their hands dirty. So I want to encourage you all to get your hands dirty, touch the soil. If it's wet, maybe back off for another day or two. Your plant doesn't need water. If you look at the forecast and there's rain in the forecast, let the rain water your plant. That's not a sign for you to water your plant. Let nature do it. Thanks so much for joining us today. In today's video, you learned the proper techniques for planting, irrigating native plants, and other general care tips. Like, follow, and subscribe for more information on native plant gardening.